Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hello, it's me, your friend Corey. Corey is here. That is me. We're going to work on a piece for the cheetah amigurumi, that certain character, and I'm really excited to start another piece. This is underneath the muzzle. So this one is mostly just back and forth for about 12 rows, so relax, hang out. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and we'll go right there. Okay, this is like such a big, uncomfortable to use. I can't find the center pole on this big yarn. Like, it's great it's there. Okay, it's chain 15, and first chain from hook and last. Okay, so I should have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14. So that there, my friends, is 14. We're just going to attach that. Let's move this so it's a little easier to see. And that is my row 1. Okay, and then that is my first row like that. Go turn. So instead of twisting, I've just been doing this, and I find it keeps it a lot neater. By this I mean, instead of going like this, I actually just pull the hook out and turn the hook, not the yarn. I'm not twisting it, and I find it lays flatter. Because in this particular pattern it said not to do chain ones, even though this is the slip stitch pattern. Go figure. On these flat pieces, don't chain at the end of them to keep them flatter, but you know, anything in rounds. You gotta slip stitch and chain one. I'll tell you, I picked the craziest patterns. They're all off the same website for the most part, and they are definitely a challenge. A lot of it is just how they're written. And here we go. So I'm almost halfway through the pieces I need for this one. The two arms are done. But the hands, there's individual fingers, and I've got to do sunglasses and a goatee and all that beautiful stuff. So this one does have some pretty alright instructions on how to put it together. But I'm going to save that until I've got pretty much everything ready to go. Up and turn. So hopefully everybody's having a really nice weekend. Spring break has just started here. So that's going to be a very busy time. So we might be a little behind in real life on, I'll get a bunch of videos done and then real life will pass by while the videos are playing through. Sometimes I have to do that to make sure that I'm able to get the videos done, all depending. Like, yesterday I was glad I already had videos done because little Tiny was climbing up on a chair, to sit in a big girl chair to have her dessert, and she was slipped. Bounced her mouth, the corner of her mouth, off the side of the kitchen table. Bit her tongue, or not her tongue, her lip pretty bad. She was bleeding all over the place. We were really worried that a tooth had gone through, or... So I have been on nurse duty, making sure that ice packs are put on and whatnot to keep the bruising down, which it has. She's been able to talk, laugh, and eat all day, so very relieved about that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I knew that didn't look right. Doing this again with this white. Okay. The stitch is right here. But with this white, for some reason, this stitch doesn't want to come out. Hold on. Do what I did last time with the other piece, which was the stomach. For some reason, this white just really does not like this first stitch. Other colors I don't have this problem, but this particular yarn. Maybe it's the not chaining that does it. I gotta loosen that up. And now I've got 14. Nice and straight, mostly. So, yeah. There we go. And we just keep on going. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and here we are again. This one wasn't as bad though. Just one side usually is a little bit more firm than the other. I'm going to go under both loops. We're not doing front loop only. And that's 14. So this one's just a little bit of a weirdo spot, and I will be able to sew that straighter, which will be fine. I'm not worried about it. Sometimes sewing it up properly can really fix these issues. But this is going to create a very fun look. I have been considering getting myself a proper felting needle to try to felt the amigurumis a little bit more so they have a little more of a softer look and appeal to them rather than just straight up crochet. Basically you take like this needle and you just punch it repeatedly until it's sort of a soft messy mess. But it's just something I've been thinking about doing because I've seen a few that took like this kind of acrylic and turned it into this gorgeous like stuffy, almost very realistic look to it, which would be kind of neat for certain things, especially not all, but some. And I think we're back to that hard one. Yep. Might be able to make it this time. I doubt it though. This is the tougher one. Nope, I got it. Yeah. Now that just feels fantastic to get it the first try. Another 9 to go. There we go. Really want to get back to my shawl soon. Now I got a diamond dart that I'm 3/4 the way done. I'd love to finish. So I can take a look at some of my other ones. And I've been neglecting my cross stitch. Haven't touched it in weeks. It would have been lovely to get that done for my son because it is his cross stitch I'm working on. But because it's so small and finicky, it's going to take me a while still. A lot of stitching to do in there. And I think the last time I picked it up, I messed it up. And I just was like, I'm walking away from it for a little bit. I think. It's been a while, so I've been kind of thinking about it again. Cross stitch is a love and hate with me. Sometimes if I'm really stuck and my counting's not working and things aren't working out, I just have to put it down and really just walk away. I have a project I started when I was 18 and it's still not done. It has taken a turn for the worse, and I'm just really unhappy with it, and I'm going to have to photocopy it again out of the classic Singer Christmas book. I have all the DMC for it. I got every color I need. I got more than enough than I need. And I'm probably just going to pull out a new cloth and just start it over because it just somehow ended up going crooked. It looks like my stitching is fine, but for some reason it actually tilted. And there's somewhere that I miscounted or something. I'm not even sure what happened there. No clue. And I was almost halfway through. It made me really sad because it was a beautiful picture. I have a bit of a love for elegant lady angels, and I have a whole series of them that I'd love to get finished at some point. I mean, they're just for me, for the most part. Do a nice tapestry or something. Right now I have one of the nativity scene that I've kept up all year round for the last couple of years because I know my mom put a lot of time and money into making it, so. And then it just kind of weirds people out a little to have a year-round nativity scene. And I'm okay with that. I like to keep people guessing. I got my evil side, and then I've got my soft religious and sweet side too, so I'm a product of my life. And it's a beautiful cross stitch. I mean, my mom put a lot of effort into that, so it's like my Halloween one down the hall by my bedroom. I've got a cat and a pumpkin, and he stays out all year round because I worked really hard on him. Last year I kept a Christmas tree up all year because the smallest one cried. And it was time to put it down. We didn't light it, we didn't do anything, we just left it there, but she absolutely loved having it up all year. This year she wasn't so bad about it, so what are you going to do? Anybody that tried to say anything about it, I was just like, you know what? This is her house. She lives here. She spends every day here. And she loves the Christmas tree. She loves to talk to it and look at it and talk about it all the time. So, no. It can stay up. It made her happy. And so that made me happy. And that made everyone else happy too. Because she was so joyful about it. And it was just lovely to give such a small thing. I didn't have to take down my tree. Oh no. It was a 4-foot tree. It's on top of a speaker. Nobody could really reach it. It just was there being shiny and pretty. I don't have a problem with that. Like I told one of the main people who was trying to make me feel bad about it, yeah, this is what the small one wanted. It upset her, and I didn't feel that it was worth getting her that upset. To put something away that really doesn't affect anything. It doesn't hurt a single thing to keep that up. So, I constantly have Halloween and Christmas decorations all over the house. And there's no rhyme or reason. Just sometimes I put them away for the year, and sometimes I just, that skull can sit out. It's okay to have that skull sitting there with the DVDs. Not a problem. No, over there, right over, like 2 feet away, is the Santa. Yeah, sure. Why not? He can stay out. My house is definitely not a showpiece. My house is lived in. My house has children. And them enjoying their days is way more important to me than being a minimalist or having too much or whatever. I used to really think I would really have these unrealistic expectations of myself of having a perfect house, perfect clean, perfect organization. That's just not me. And I've accepted that. That's definitely not my family either. Now, don't get me wrong. We do clean up. Deep cleaning is a very, very regular thing. I try to do one big deep clean per week. Something like baseboards, corners of the rooms, wall dusting, wall wiping, just the big tough stuff. This month I gotta do pull up my big ladder and get the big fan in the living room. And that's a lot of stuff to do. I pull out the fridge and stove. I clean under those on a regular basis. I clean out the fans in the bathrooms. Like, there's a lot of stuff that isn't noticeably needing to be done. I just did the washer and dryer a couple days ago, like 3 days ago. Vacuumed out the dryer, vacuumed deep into it, cleaned out the dryer thingy that you put in the vent, not the vent, I got one of those little cup ones to go across, and if it's full of soap residue or anything, or any of the buildup in it, it won't clean, it won't dry. It won't clean, it won't dry. So I had to take out the dish soap and give that a good clean and let it sit before let it dry out. And I still have to take the agitator out and clean inside the agitator because I have hard water and I don't want my washing machine to get that nasty smell, because the people before never cleaned it, and believe me, it was disgusting by the time I got to it. I had to do the full clean on this place when we moved in, because I was sort of doing apartment cleanouts on the side when we first moved in here for this building. 3 more rows. So the people before didn't clean much, and so I had to do a lot of deep cleaning when we moved in, and so, yeah, I still do. Gonna have to do a quick steam clean of the main walking areas to help bring down the amount of dust. And by steam clean, I mean I take the steam cleaner and do a wet vac with like maybe a touch of conditioner or dish soap, or not dish soap, laundry soap. And when I say touch, I mean just the teeniest a bit for scent more than anything. And go along and just use it kind of like a rainbow vacuum. I don't know if anybody ever has heard of those. Those are vacuums that you have to put water in every time you use it. I've lived in a place where we had it, and it actually was not too bad. It's just my steam cleaner is quite loud. So I try to wait till people are out of the house and I do the main hallways and main walking areas, because they get really dirty really quick. Corner unit, it gets dusty in this one because all the vehicles pulling in and out, and the road right there, it all collects and comes into my place pretty bad. It was not nearly as bad when I lived on the back of the building, not even close. So that's just what I have to deal with. And there are way worse things to worry about, so just keep it on schedule and keep it realistic. Sometimes I'm just not feeling like it. Other times I wake up and I feel super motivated and I do everything. So, yeah. It's a give and take, I guess. I don't like the way you just did there. You do not split on me. I'm your boss. I'm very insistent. So this is the underside of the muzzle. The pieces are looking a little strange. I only have, well, I'm getting through it. I just finished the stomach white patch like yesterday. So I have been throwing in pieces of this while I've been fighting with the fish one that I've been working on with the fins. I've been switching between the two, even though I have a couple others that I need to start. And that's quite alright. I'm not worried about it. They will get done. And come on. Get that a little bit looser so I can just go in through there. I think I have one more. Or is that the last one? Yeah, one more. And then I'll go a little more of this white. I have no idea what company this white comes from, but it is quite large. It feels a little less than cushy and soft and all that. It's not like Red Heart quality, but it is not far from it. And the size of it, I don't know what company would have done that. Oh goodness, hold on. It is a thrift store find, and it was really cheap because it's the one that came dirty and I washed it a couple months ago. So this is what I'm using it for, is little amigurumi pieces. I may have to give them another wash before I put the pieces together. And this was the final row, 14. So it doesn't take me that long to do that many. Nice little happy square. Looks good. Okay. Oops. Work that off a little better. Now we have 2 more rows. 16 is a decrease in the first. Which side is our front side? This is our front side here. Let's double check to make sure. Doesn't seem to matter which side's the front side. Okay, so we're just gonna go like this, make my life easier. Go. Invisible, decrease. And then 10, and then 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big fat hand. And there we go. Right through the first two loops, front ones. Don't pull it tight. There we go. And then one more row. Decrease 8. Decrease. Okay. So we flippy-do. Go this way. And we go 1, 2, and there's a whole write-up on where to sew it and how to sew it. Gotta do the middle here. Okay, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there is my last little bit. Come on, come through gently, carefully, and this is why I end up losing this. It was a bit tighter than I should have had it, but alright, so that's our piece. And now I'm going to cut this off. I need a long piece for sewing. This is 8-inch, so we'll be a little more generous. And then I'll pop that through. Pull this guy through and sort of weave in the end. There we go. So, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.